It is March 4th. Now you can hear me. I'm Josh Breiter. It is a Friday morning.
It is a Friday. I'm Leah Lynchad. Chris Stanford has the day off. We're getting going. It's 6 a.m. You got your coffee?
Got my coffee. Do you have your coffee?
Yeah, we need it, apparently, to start off the morning. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. Let's get right to the headlines this morning. The Biden administration will allow Ukrainians in the U.S. to stay here under a form of humanitarian relief called temporary protected status.
It's available to people who would face extreme hardship if they return to home and to those countries devastated by armed conflict or natural disasters. The Migration Policy Institute, a nonpartisan think tank, says some 30,000 Ukrainians on visas could benefit from this protected status. TPS would shield them from deportation for when the temporary visas expire. This new designation lasts for a year and a half.
The conflict in Ukraine is hitting home here in Wisconsin. The state's Tibetan community hosted a prayer event for the country this week. News 3 Now photojournalist Jim Rader was there.
Today is our first day of New Year. We as a community, our Buddhist monastery that we have in Oregon here, and then we will do offering and we'll pray for His Holiness the Dalai Lama's long life. This year we are praying for the people of Ukraine as well, for what's going on over there. This year is Year of Tiger, a lunar calendar. We are connected more, and we can relate each other more, and we can come to a more peaceful century this year. What's happening in the Ukraine is sad, but as you may see, like the UN, whether European Union, whether U.S. government, they're doing their best, and I hope we come to the conclusion soon.
Photojournalist Jim Rader reporting for us there.
More local news this morning. At least 2 new threats called into Madison Memorial High School Thursday has Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes fed up.
I think it's time for a serious sit-down, even a summit with MMSD to talk about all these aspects of public safety that people are concerned about. I think the time to do that is now.
We're also announcing a policy change here on News 3 Now. Moving forward, we will only report on these threats when they disrupt the normal school day. Our Naomi Cole reports police still don't know who's behind the threat, but believe it's a single source.
Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes tells us today that it is time for a serious sit-down between his department, the school district, and the public to discuss what's going on. He says a lot of school districts experience a string of uncredible threats like this at least once a year, disrupting school education and student safety.
We have a team of detectives who are working on it from the investigative standpoint, and then from the boots on the ground perspective, we have officers who are doing extra patrols in the area looking for suspicious persons or anything of that nature, just in case something happens before we get that actual call.
While it takes time and resources for the department to respond to threats like this, the police chief says that's not the important thing here. All this is coming as the school district moves towards creating an ad hoc committee to study student safety and wellness. More on that online right now at channel3000.com. In Madison, for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
6:04 now. Chris Reese here with your first warn weather. You're certified most accurate. Happy Friday, Chris.
Happy Friday. We are looking to Saturday, though, as a chance for thunderstorms moves into the picture. And for the first time so far this year, we even have a chance to see some stronger, severe thunderstorms moving our way. These are mainly going to be strong storms, likely into the afternoon. 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock is your timing. And we're really looking at the potential for some strong winds and heavy showers. So there's still things we know and still things that we don't exactly know. So let's focus with what we do know right now. What I do know is that we're going to see a couple rounds of thunderstorms, and the strongest of those are going to be farther to the south and west. At the same time, they've got a lot of wind energy to tap into. But what I'm watching as we look forward is the extent of the instability. And the reality is it's going to take us until tomorrow to truly know the extent of the instability. At the same time, the timing of each round that comes through is going to impact the next one. And then how fast do they weaken? They're going to be stronger to the south and west, but depending on on how fast they weaken, that'll determine how strong they are as they begin to approach us here in central parts of southern Wisconsin. The first round of showers, that arrives overnight and early tomorrow morning. By 11 o'clock, we're dry. Temperatures are into the 50s. We've got a lot of cloud cover, though. Now we're at 5 o'clock. Here comes a line arriving from the west. You see this isolated nature of these showers. That's when they have the best chance to be stronger or produce even a little bit of hail. 6 o'clock, they're right on top of us in Madison, at least right now. But what happens after this first one really begins to shake up what happens with that secondary line that's going to move through later. Temperatures still hanging out into the 50s. Here's 10:30, and this is at least the thought process of when that last line moves through by midnight. That should be on out of here. That being said, if you have outdoor plans tomorrow, this has been what I've been stressing all day long. It's have that game plan ready to go in case of severe weather, just so you're not caught off guard. We want to make sure everyone is prepared for this one by the time we get towards tomorrow. It's going to be warm, though. Temperatures around 60. Then there is a chance for some snow coming our direction Sunday night into Monday. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to take a look at that part of the weekend forecast.
Quite the roller coaster from 60s and thunderstorms to a chance for snow just a few days later.
You know, I said I was bored. Mother Nature gave me a theme park.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Chris.
I am welcome. It's been a boring winter.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Winter not quite over. Chris Reese, thank you very much. 6:06 now. State Representative Gordon Hintz says he will not seek re-election to the state assembly this year. Hintz, a Democrat representing Oshkosh, was first elected to the Wisconsin State Assembly in 2006. In January, he ended his tenure as the Assembly Minority Leader. He served in that role since 2017.
In a 4-3 vote, the state Supreme Court has sided with Governor Evers and adopted his least change legislative maps. Those maps keep the GOP majorities, but it was slightly less favorable than the plan submitted by the Republican legislature. The governor's map complies closely with the criteria set out by the Supreme Court and complies with the Federal Voting Rights Act. In a release, the governor says the ruling, quote, isn't a victory for me or any political party, but for our people of our state who have for too long demanded better, fairer maps and for too long went ignored. Today's victory is for them, end quote.
Governor Evers is distributing millions of dollars to communities in northeastern Wisconsin. $4.7 million will go to Ashwaubenon to help that city build a new 75-unit affordable housing project. $5 million is going to Green Bay.
These funds will expand housing opportunities and create new community spaces in Green Bay, including the community park, urban farming site, as well as improving infrastructure in the community.
Continuing coverage this morning, attorneys are asking Governor Evers to commute the sentence of Brendan Dassey. Dassey, arrested 16 years ago in the death of Teresa Halbach. Dassey petitioned the governor for a pardon in 2019, which the governor then rejected. Dassey was sentenced to life in prison in 2007 after a videotaped confession he gave when he was 16 years old. In the years since, many have argued that the confession was coerced.
We have new details this morning about the 24-year-old woman who's facing charges in a gruesome crime in Green Bay.
Taylor Shabiznes is accused of sexually assaulting and murdering a 25-year-old man and allegedly mutilating the corpse. We're also learning Shabiznes reportedly had an obsession with the Wisconsin serial killer. Sarah Thompson reports.
I think that when people see that in fiction, it's one thing. And then when you find out that it happened in Green Bay, Wisconsin, or Milwaukee, Wisconsin, people just, how could that be? How could that happen here?
And that's why we talked with Annie Schwartz today. She was the reporter who broke the story on serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer in 1991 and has since written 2 books about it, Researching a Criminal Mind. And her understanding of that particular case may now become very important.
One of the things that I have found out from talking to different sources of mine on this case is that the suspect in this case had a very had an infatuation almost with Jeffrey Dahmer and with Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes.
Dahmer killed and dismembered 17 men or boys in Ohio and Wisconsin between 1978 and 1991. The crimes are unthinkable to most people.
30 years later, it's still the same. It's still the same feeling. It's still very similar to to finding out that someone like this was living in our midst. What makes it unusual is that it's a woman.
Schwartz, probably like many of us, is asking how. It's impossible to get into the mind of someone police say could commit a brutal crime, but that's likely the job of forensic psychologists, says Schwartz. As she reads the criminal complaint in this case, she points out comments police say Shabiznis made to them, saying, quote, she liked it.
And that is what makes this case different to me, is that she is admitting, if what is in the criminal complaint is accurate, she is admitting that there's a predilection to that there was a thrill to that in some way.
Well, the focus for many of us is the person charged in this crime. Schwartz doesn't want us to forget about the victim. Police have not identified him and say the family is still asking for privacy. But Schwartz wants people to remember that victim.
And we can never forget that, as much as we want to talk about that case, is that's what these cases really come down to.
Meanwhile, Taylor's bond is set at $2 million. She's scheduled to be back in court in 3 weeks.
All right, 6:11 now, still ahead. Josh Brighter. A shipwreck discovered on Lake Superior. What the discovery tells historians. Really cool video there.
Plus, the annual LunaFest Film Festival is back in the 608 this weekend. How it's empowering women and how you can help.
It's the big snack sale, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. 24 packs of Pepsi products, just $8.99. Little Bites, 2 for $5. And Chex Mix, Bugles, or Gardettos, just 99 cents. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
Join the adventure when your favorite Disney friends visit your hometown at Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic. Tickets on sale now. Coming to Alliant Energy Center March 10th through the 13th. For show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com today.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress for only $23.99 and get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Take your sleep to the next level with the Tempur-Pedic Ergo Base that automatically adjusts your position while you sleep to help reduce snoring. Queen bases start at just $24.99. And with Steinhoffels special financing and free delivery, your new mattress has never been more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
It's the big snack sale, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Frito-Lay party-size snacks, 3 for $11. Goldfish crackers, 3 for $5. And Cheez-Its, 2 for $5. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
6:15, a ship that sank in 1891 has been discovered in Lake Superior. Check this out. The Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society says the Atlanta is well preserved. The organization posted this video. You can see the name of the ship there. Can't say ship today. It's sitting at a depth of more than 600 feet, roughly 35 miles off Deer Park, Michigan. The ship was being towed when the line snapped during a storm. Crew members got into a lifeboat, though only 2 survived when that boat overturned. Now, Lake Superior holding a special place in both Josh and I's heart.
Yeah, I grew up going there on family trips many, many times growing up. It's just such a fascinating, you kind of forget that we have that just within a couple of hours away.
It's gorgeous.
Like, it's just the views, and it's one of those places that you want to go to every different season because there's different things to check out and different things to do.
I'm pretty obsessed with all things Great Lakes anyway. One of my friends collects water bottles with water from each of the Great Lakes.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that a neat idea? And Lake Superior, I think all 3 of us would agree, Lake Superior is by far the superior of the 5 lakes.
Oh, it really is. Duluth, Minnesota, if you've never been there.
Duluth.
The North Shore. Chris Reese, I know you love going up the North Shore Drive all the way up to Canada.
I've never done
the North
that.
Shore is my favorite part of this country.
I can't believe my Houston native over here has done this, and I haven't done this yet.
I'm a traveler, Leah. I get in the car and I go like it is nothing.
Well, the big cheese Reese is going to have to take me with him next time.
Cheese. Oh, all right. One thing that might have me cheesing as we start to move towards Monday is the fact that we have a chance of snow coming into the picture. I know it's March, but we've had like no snow all winter, so please let me have this one. But we do have a chance for snow, and once again, we have questions as far as to how far north or how far south. So this is model number 1. It's farther to the north with our snow. Check out the timeline though. This is 4:30 in the morning on Monday. This would impact your morning commute. So we really need to pay attention to just how far north this gets. That clears out just after the evening commute into Monday afternoon and evening. Here's model number 2 though, and this one sings a song that we have heard all winter long. Look at how far south model number 2 is compared to model number 1. We are still about 3 days away from this actually happening, so there's room for adjustments, room for changes. We'll see how things begin to play out, but this one targets areas farther to our south. That being said, we're watching Monday morning's commute, and you need to have a game plan ready for some snow to impact that. If it comes in at the right time and amounts are just enough, maybe you do end up with some school delays in some of those more rural counties. So this is something to pay attention to as we go throughout the weekend, especially after we get you through tomorrow's storms. We'll use all day Sunday to prepare you for what may come on Monday. But for now, I'm just going to tell you, have that backup plan ready to go in case we're talking about accumulating snow during your morning commute on Monday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. The Partyville girls basketball team knew they'd be pretty good this season, but maybe not 21-3 with a regional championship good.
Needless to say, there have been a lot of smiles in the gym, most coming from Joe Gunther and his text messages. Our sports director, Zach Hanley, reports.
In just his 2nd year at Partyville,
it's been so much fun. Like, this whole season has just been crazy.
Joe Gunther has his team making history.
I never expected us to do this well. I knew we were going to be a good team, but this feels like a dream.
Their 21 wins this season are a new school record. And for the first time in 19 years,
good job, ladies.
The Bulldogs are regional champs.
Rotate!
They really bought into the whole playing with a lot of energy, playing with a lot of heart.
Collapse. You could almost just go like that.
And having a lot of fun.
Coming out and having fun is like the most important thing to him.
Which for Gunther starts with a group text.
Every time we have like a game day or something, he sends out like a text to all of us, and he'll always put like a little joke at the end and a bunch of emojis, and it's really funny.
But not just any kind of jokes.
So I like dad jokes. They're some of my favorite jokes.
I mean, can you blame them?
I always put just a ton of laughing emojis that it's so hilarious, like it's the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life.
It's like really funny because that's just the kind of guy he is. So it always brightens our day up to see those.
And those text messages are Gunther's reminder to not take life so serious.
Whatever you decide to do, do it well. Do it really hard. But don't forget, you got to smile once in a while. You got to enjoy life.
One dad joke at a time.
All right, 6:19, time to see what's happening in the 608 this morning. The annual LunaFest Film Festival is back once again this weekend. It's happening today through Sunday, and you can actually participate right from your own home. LunaFest sponsored by Zonta Madison Foundation, and they're once again virtual this year for the annual fundraiser. Organizers say it's a way to empower women in Dane County. This year there are 8 short films to watch that are by and about women.
The film festival has allowed organizations to raise over $6.3
billion over the years. So it's really a great, great festival for us.
Tickets are $25 for adults and $15 for students, with all the proceeds going right back into the community. Beginning today at 4 p.m., you have 48 hours to view the films, and you can find a link to viewing on channel3000.com. We'll have more about what issues they're talking about in the films ahead in our next half hour.
It is Women's History Month, so I think this is a great opportunity to take a look at what women in our neck of the woods are doing. Fantastic work.
Fantastic work, and there are so many of them doing the work here, too, so it's kind of cool to see what's all happening, especially here locally. Right? You kind of forget what's happening in our own backyard.
That's why we have you in the 608.
You betcha. All right, remember to let me know what inspires you in the 608 so I can get out there and tell more of your stories. You can reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
All right, a new rental service for your backyard. The side hustle some homeowners are taking advantage of.
Plus, if you're looking to travel to the Aloha State soon, take me with you. But what you need to know about Hawaii's change to its COVID restrictions in our next half hour. Stick around.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
Power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It is so fast. It is effective.
Great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market.
Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs. 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more. Smile more. Enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Perfect.
I think red is more me. Giddy up.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR for 60 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models, including Corolla, Camry, Tundra, RAV4, or Highlander.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Welcome back. There's a new side hustle shaking up Las Vegas.
Yeah, there is. It's called Sniff Spot. And it's right in your own backyard for dogs to play. There you go. Think Airbnb, but with just your yard. Right now, the prompter is going way too fast for me. There we go. Boy, it's a Friday. One host says a lot of people who live in those apartments use the service, especially if they're furry friends. Don't go well at dog parks. Pet owners can rent by the hour with prices ranging from $4 to $25.
Can we take a look at that Great Dane? Did you see that animal? Look at it. So I wanted a Great Dane. You guys know that what I really want is a cow. And Zach wouldn't let me get a cow. So I wanted a spotted Great Dane because they are massive. And Zach said no to that as well. So we compromised on a 100-pound Bernese Mountain Dog.
But at least Bascom's still pretty small, though. Bascom's,
she is.
Yeah.
She is. She's not even 100 yet. She's relatively small for the breed. She is also a female, so a little bit smaller. But Zach's parents were like, "You're getting a Bernese Mountain Dog? Like, that's not going to fit in your house."
I saw another one going down Raymond Road earlier this week that was like twice the size of Bascom. We were driving by. I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. So
They can get big. We met one that was like 140 pounds.
Wow.
And I tricked Zach into getting this dog by first introducing him to a runt that was like 60 pounds. And then we went to go meet the parents of another one. And it was 140, and Zach was like, "Leah, this is not a dog. This is something else." Yeah. Well, I do have ulterior motives.
Oh my goodness. Well, you won. You got Bascom.
And Zach loves her. Zach loves her. She is relatively small.
All right, quick look at the bus stop forecast, Chris Reese.
Really
It's going to be cloudy. Temperatures in the 20s headed out the door right now. We're going to be warming up into the low 40s for your highs this afternoon.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. Stick around. Live look at downtown as we go to break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are, and more organized too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Harris Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. I'll show myself out.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
Instead of being impartial, media outlets have become advocates for the Democrat Party. They got Joe Biden, who campaigned from his basement, elected president. Now they're covering up the disasters his policies created by attacking and censoring anyone who exposes the failures. But they can't hide inflation, higher gas prices, and rising crime from the people devastated by them. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message. I will continue to ask questions and uncover the truth.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
This month, step into the kitchen of Madison Magazine's Chef of the Year, Ateru Nagano. Go behind the lens of Hall of Fame photographer Pete Souza and visit local groups helping adaptive athletes get in the game. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Introducing the City Guide 2022 from the award-winning Madison Magazine with insider tips on where to eat, what to do, and places to see. Available for a limited time on area newsstands or online at madisonmagazine.com.
When a local man lost close to $250,000 of his retirement savings to scammers, our Call for Action team helped recover every penny.
It does happen to a lot of people.
Leah Linscheid breaks down the steps to take so it doesn't happen to you. Sunday at 10.
Right now, breaking news out of the biggest nuclear plant in Europe attacked in Ukraine as the exodus out of that country hits home for one family here in Wisconsin.
Plus, where and when the American Truckers' Freedom Convoy is expected in Wisconsin today.
Planning out your Saturday. Strong thunderstorms could impact your weekend plans. I'm going to tell you what to expect.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Linscheid.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Chris Stanford is off this morning. We start this half hour with breaking news out of Ukraine at this hour. Russian forces now under control of the largest nuclear power plant in all of Europe after an intense battle overnight.
United Nations confirming a fire broke out at a training building after a Russian projectile landed near the nuclear plant, threatening an environmental disaster on top of war. That fire, thankfully, now out. Meanwhile, the U.S. Defense Department says 90% of Russian forces that had been at the border have now been sent into Ukraine to fight. During televised comments, Russia's President Vladimir Putin said operations were going according to plan. Now, yesterday did see some small breakthroughs during a second round of peace talks in Belarus. Both sides say they are in agreement to create safe civilian evacuation corridors. The Biden administration has also asked Congress to approve $10 billion in funding for Ukraine. They want it approved by next week. Now, here in Wisconsin, a woman says her family traveled across 4 different countries to get away from all of the chaos.
Natalia Yubowa is a local doctor at UW, and when Russia started bombing Ukraine last week, she called her sister and told her to get out.
It's sad. You don't ask us questions, just get in the car and go.
Our choice was to live in Ukraine and to raise our kids in Ukraine and to work there and to give our kids education there, and we saw our future there until Thursday morning.
It took more than 3 days of driving through Poland, Slovakia, and Austria, staying with family friends along the way before they caught a plane to O'Hare. A week before that, the family sent their 2 kids to the States with her parents. The family also says they're thankful to the people they've met in our community who have offered them so much support and friendship since arriving.
New video shows a Ukrainian woman at the border of Poland sitting down to play a piano. The song "We Are the Champions" by Queen. Take a listen. Speaking very few words in English and making gestures, the woman suggested she had crossed from Ukraine and hadn't slept for 3 days. Just a haunting sound, that piano there. She is one of more than 1 million refugees to have fled their country.
New this morning at 6:32, a Milwaukee man is being charged for recording more than 500 people in locker rooms at various Wisconsin athletic clubs. An arrest warrant now issued for this man on your screen. He was arrested back in December after being caught with a camera in his coffee mug at a Wisconsin athletic club in Brookfield after giving permission to police to search the SD card and their home. They found he has recorded 542 people since August of 2019. According to the complaint, at least 10 of those victims are under the age of 10. He now faces 15 charges for those crimes and could face a max of 52 years in prison.
Okay, switching gears now. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast. The potential, Chris, for some severe weather in the forecast.
We are looking towards the weekend, and it's the first time that we've had this potential as we start to move into the warmer months of the year. That being said, this dark green, that is the marginal risk, level 1 out of 5. This yellow along the Mississippi River, that's the slight risk, level 2 out of 5. All of this really means you might have a severe thunderstorm warning or 2. But we're going to watch Saturday and Saturday afternoon. Most of the storms are going to be strong instead of severe, and the timing's going to be best into the afternoon with winds of 60 miles per hour and really heavy showers coming down. What we know with this system is that we're going to see multiple rounds of these storms, with the strongest of them in southwestern Wisconsin. We also know that there's going to be a lot of wind energy, but there are still some things that we need to watch. We need to watch the extent of the instability. That's something that we're not truly going to know until we get you into your Saturday. As well, the timing of each round is uncertain. One round is going to impact what happens later, and how fast do these storms weaken? That's still something that we are watching. As they arrive out of the southwest, the faster they weaken, weaken, the less the severe threat we have. Whereas if they hold on to their strength, some of those storms could be stronger by the time they reach us. This is round number 1. I'm pretty confident that this is going to come while a lot of us are asleep overnight tonight. 11:30, temperatures are around 50 degrees. Winds are strong out of the south. We top out into the low 60s for your highs tomorrow. This is 5 o'clock. We're going to see a round crossing the Mississippi River and working its way into western Wisconsin at that point. Notice the isolated cell nature of these. These are the storms that have the best chance to be stronger or severe. Those will reach us by the time you get you towards dinner time on your Saturday. Temperature still in the 50s, wind still strong out of the south. Behind that, we'll see scattered showers, and this is where we start to have questions on the exact timing and the strength of that last round that comes through. Right now, Future Track showing that around 10:30, and this would suggest the potential of some strong winds as the squall line works on through. Temperatures get cooler behind that. Still lots of questions, of course, but given that it's the weekend, lots of folks have outdoor plans and do want to make sure that you have a game plan ready for whatever may come our way as we start to move towards tomorrow. That being said, let's get you out the door right now. It's 24, mostly cloudy, not a lot of wind. So our wind chill lines up with temperatures. It is 28 for our friends in Janesville and 21 in the Dells. We plan out today, we are going to warm things up into the lower 40s, but expect plenty of cloud cover, especially moving into that afternoon. One of the things you can do today while the weather is quiet is take out your phone, open up the camera app, and point it towards the screen. That's going to download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app so you can have all the weather information you need on the go, especially if there's a severe thunderstorm warning tomorrow. Your phone will ring with the app, letting you know where that severe thunderstorm is and when it will reach you. Lots of stuff that'll help in that app. Over the next 6 to 10 days, though, we are still looking wetter than normal. We have multiple systems to track, including a chance for snow Sunday into Monday and another chance for snow Thursday into Friday next week.
Quite the roller coaster from 60 all the way down to 20s next week.
I know, it really is the roller coaster, Josh. And coming up in a few minutes, we are actually going to look at that snow chance for Sunday into Monday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. As Chris just mentioned, you can stay on top of the changing weather conditions by downloading the First Warn Weather app.
6:36 now. Police in southern Wisconsin warning you might be running into 500 semi-trucks on your drive this afternoon. They're going through Monroe County. As of now, the convoy expected to come through this afternoon. 2 groups of the American Truckers Freedom Convoy are planning to meet up in the village of Oakdale. The Toma School District even ending school early so students won't be affected by traffic backups. The convoy is protesting vaccine mandates as well as demanding more domestic oil production.
The National Football League and Players Association have agreed to suspend all COVID protocols effective immediately. The NFL will no longer conduct mandatory surveillance testing of any players or staff regardless of vaccination status. Masks are also no longer required around team facilities.
Hawaii is lifting its strict entry requirements later this month. Starting March 26, domestic visitors will no longer have to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. The Aloha State's mask mandate will remain in place for the time being, though. In fact, Hawaii is the only state that has yet to drop its indoor mask mandate.
6:37 right now. If you think high cholesterol only happens to adults, here's an eye-opener.
Yeah, and this week's Time for Kids, the recipe for health experts explain why the sooner you know your child's levels, the better. Chris Reese breaking it down for us. Good morning again, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. High cholesterol isn't an issue most parents think they need to worry about when it comes to their child's health. But guidelines call for cholesterol testing to start between ages 9 to 11 in order to get a good baseline of what a person's cholesterol may be as they get older. SSM Health pediatric cardiologist Cassandra Sung says it's because of what we know about bad cholesterol, and that begins at birth.
So the reason that they start doing it at age 9 is because LDL levels, the bad cholesterol, tends to be lowest, when you're born, and then they kind of, increase until about age 9, 10 years when they think that it's reflective of adult levels, actually. So that's why it's a good marker in terms of that's when we should test the kids, and also because there's actually been evidence shown where they have seen atherosclerotic plaques in kids at that age, meaning that they've seen damage to their arteries, they see plaque buildup, they see what they call fatty streaks, those blood vessels. So it has been shown that they do have damage to their blood vessels as early as 9, 10 years of age.
Dr. Sung says knowing early about any artery damage or potential high cholesterol issues can help families take early interventional steps, such as adjustments to nutrition, exercise habits, or in some cases, early medication. Dr. Sung also says that for those with genetic conditions, early treatment can help prevent heart attacks and strokes later in life. Other causes for high cholesterol in kids are the same that causes for adults, and they are linked to obesity, poor nutrition, being inactive, and some medications and steroids. Of course, our Time for Kids Recipe for Health team is always asking what you want to hear about. So let us know what health topics you're interested in, or share your family's health story with us. Do it online at ssmhealth.com/timeforkids.
Chris Reese, we appreciate it. Thank you very much, buddy.
My pleasure.
6:39 now. Let's take a live look outside. We're going to check back in with Chris on the other end of the break, because he's talking about 60s in the forecast, followed by the chance for snow early next week.
But first, up next in the 608, we're going to talk about the LunaFest Film Festival back in Dane County this weekend, how it's empowering women. We'll be right back.
The LINX device stops reflux by using magnets to strengthen the muscle at the end of the esophagus, and this prevents acid from flowing from the stomach back into the esophagus.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
We love our new apartment.
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
But there's not much privacy.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
Does save us a ton. What's on this chicken?
Paprika.
Paprika! I made it at home.
That's my catchphrase.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I love you!
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Come experience Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our unmatched selection of tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl, and more, all at everyday low prices, at Floor & Decor, you'll discover the perfect products for shopping on trend and on budget, all in one stop. Plus, our helpful associates make realizing your vision easy from start to finish, so your upgrade has never been more you. Discover your new Floor & Decor, now open in Monona, or visit us online at flooranddecor.com.
Broadway's Tony-winning Best Musical is Dear Evan Hansen. Dear Evan Hansen, May 10th to 15th at Overture Center. Find your tickets at overture.org today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Stoughton Health. If you suffer from reflux, please join us for our upcoming seminar on the LINX device, a new and innovative treatment to stop reflux.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:43 with what's happening in the 608 this morning. The annual LunaFest Film Festival is back this weekend. This is the perfect opportunity to enjoy films that are by and for women virtually from your own home. It's happening today through Sunday and sponsored by Zonta Madison Foundation. It's a fundraiser to empower women here in Dane County, as the 8 short films are by and about women. This year's stories are told from a variety of perspectives that champion women and gender non-conforming individuals, highlighting their aspirations, accomplishments, resilience, strength, and connection.
I really encourage people to have a watch party, gather your friends and family and watch the films and then discuss the issues.
You have 48 hours to view the films beginning today at 4 p.m. Tickets are $25 for adults and $15 for students. Zonta Club of Madison is committed to empowering women in the Madison area by providing educational scholarships, grants to deserving women, and financial support to local organizations who share the same mission. I've posted a link with more information on the Channel 3000 mobile app.
This is a really, really neat way to highlight some of the great work women in our own backyard are doing during this National Women's History Month.
Yeah, they're making it super easy. It's all virtual again, and you get 48 hours to view it, so you can watch at any time within that 48-hour window. So, you know, grab that bucket of popcorn, grab the folks, and really enjoy what we have going on right here in our community.
Really great excuse to get out there and check it out.
It really is. All right, remember to let me know what inspires you here in the 608, and you may be featured. You can reach out either on social media or email. Well, also happening this weekend, it's almost that time of year again. This weekend brings the start of Girl Scout cookie season. We're celebrating. The Girl Scouts of Wisconsin's cookie program starts tomorrow. 9 different flavors are available this year, from favorites like Caramel Delights to the new Adventurefuls brownie-inspired cookie. The program helps the Scouts learn about running their own business.
Girls usually learn goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics.
The most popular flavor every year is Thin Mints. That's also Leah Lynchide's favorite, I think.
You better believe it.
I love the peanut butter sandwich cookies. Boxes of the regular cookies are $4. Gluten-free cookies are $5.
We always buy as many boxes as possible from our floor director, Bubba's daughter.
And then you can, that's the nice thing, is like some of them, like the Thin Mints, you put in the freezer. Are you a fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Or like the peanut butter patties. You also do that too. Bubba's giving us the nod. Yeah, you got to do it.
Our floor director, Bubba, also indulges Josh and I with the Nutty Bars. Have you ever put those in the freezer?
I love when you mentioned my name. It happened one time.
It happens to me a lot more.
Yes. You're just trying to make yourself feel better.
Yeah. If you don't want them, send them on over.
So let's just keep the food theme going here, right? A big cheese has been crowned at this year's 2022 World Championship Cheese Contest. That event, of course, has been happening at Monona Terrace this week.
Yeah, Josh Breider and the In the 608 crew were there earlier this week. The winner and first runner-up were both from Switzerland this year. The second runner-up was from Austria. Of the 20 finalists, 7 were from Wisconsin. I'll take that. 11 finalists came from abroad. The final 2 came from New York and California. The World Championship Cheese Contest was first held in 1957. It's been going for decades now. It's considered the largest cheese competition in the world.
6:46 right now. Chris, the Big Cheese Reese.
Yeah.
Here with your first warn weather forecast on a Friday morning.
Look at that cheesy grin.
Myself, if I had like one of those cheese hats right now, like this, I was like, oh, only I totally would have thrown it on. But we are talking about something that's going to have me cheesing as we move towards Monday. That's a chance for snow moving our direction. I know we haven't had much snow this winter, and I also know it's March, so I'm going to be excited about this. But nonetheless, Monday morning, we got to watch that chance of snow. It could arrive as we start to approach the morning commute. This is 4:30 in the morning on Monday. This has snow starting to arrive, and it doesn't wind down until just after that evening commute on Monday night. Something to watch. It would be light snow, but I'll show you model number 2. Most folks are going to like this one. It's farther to the south. That's a story that we have sang so many times as we've gone through the winter of storms that have missed us to the south. So we will still see how things begin to play out, but we've got a couple of days at this point. So that being said, use the weekend to also prepare for Monday. I want to make sure that you're prepared for the possibility of some stronger thunderstorms tomorrow. But on Monday, we could see snow that impacts your morning commute. Still time for some changes, so we're not exactly certain on how things are going to play out yet, but we are going to watch it, and the odds are increasing of some sort of snow somewhere nearby as we move towards Monday. Keep this in mind, though. If it does not snow and misses to the south, that means we are just colder than we would be if it was snowing. So if it misses to the south, we get more cold air. Keep that in mind, some silver lining.
Yeah, so what you're trying to do here is to get everybody on your side. Yes, we want snow.
It will be warmer if it snows as opposed to if it doesn't. It'll be a lot colder.
Okay.
Snow way.
Oh my gosh.
You know when Josh Breider's on the desk, we're going to deal with puns all morning.
I love it though. It makes it fun.
Does make us
Our producer
smile.
Devin says I'm canceled. Too many puns today.
Chris Reese.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Oh my
we love to
gosh.
see it.
I was just about to say that.
6:48 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, all of the local top headlines to get you out the door on your Friday.
We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The ultimate appliance sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley. We have 100 semi-loads of inventory in stock with guaranteed delivery in 5 days or less, plus interest-free financing for 12 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline and East Springs Drive.
I want to have $1 million when I retire. Oh, great goal. So where do I start?
Well, first you set up automatic transfers into savings. That can add up pretty quickly.
For me, working on putting $1,000 into an emergency fund got me in a good saving habit.
Already on it.
Then put together a plan to get rid of debt and maximize your investments. You know, Summit helped me do.
Oh, that's great. I love how Summit gives people the knowledge and confidence to go after their goals. It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Want great hires? Happy and productive employees? And a strong local economy for years to come? It all starts with affordable, high-quality child care for Wisconsin families. Partner with a child care program in your community and reach your shared goals together with a grant from Project Growth. See all the ways partnership pays at projectgrowth.wi.gov.
The best leaders don't just forge ahead, they adjust. Bad Boy Mowers has made adjustments at every turn, including our revolutionary 3-link suspension. Built tough and designed for superior performance and speed. Adjust the seat, handles, and pedals however you want. And as for Bad Boy's rebellious spirit, well, that hasn't adjusted at all. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
It's the ultimate sale going on now at Ashley. We have 100 semi-loads of inventory in stock and ready to go with savings of up to 55% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% discount and interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
It is 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking news out of the crisis in Ukraine. The largest nuclear power plant in Europe now under control by Russians after a night of battle at the plant. Security footage shows flares landing on a training building, setting part of the plant on fire. It's sent to scare across world capitals for a potential environmental disaster. That fire thankfully now extinguished. Ukrainian officials say the attack did not damage any essential equipment. There were no changes to radiation levels.
Here in Wisconsin, the governor's executive residence lit up in blue and yellow overnight. It's a sign of solidarity with the people of Ukraine as they continue to resist Russia's invasion. We're told the lights will remain on for the foreseeable future.
Swedish companies IKEA and H&M temporarily pausing operations in Russia over its invasion of Ukraine. IKEA, the world's largest furniture company, is closing its 17 stores in Russia. 15,000 workers will be directly impacted by that shutdown, though the company says it will continue to pay them, at least for now. H&M says it's temporarily closing its 168 stores there.
2 new threats called into Madison schools this week has Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes fed up. He says a lot of school districts experience a string of uncredible threats like this at least once a year. And you can look for more on those actions Chief Barnes is taking on channel3000.com.
A reminder. Police warning 500 semi-trucks will be driving through Monroe County today. Could impact your traffic. The convoy is expected to come through this afternoon. Two groups of the American Truckers Freedom Convoy are planning to meet up in the village of Oakdale. The convoy is protesting vaccine mandates as well as demanding more domestic oil production.
State officials in Wisconsin are issuing an advisory recommending people limit consumption of brown trout from Black Earth Creek. This is due to elevated levels of PFAS. That's a man-made chemical leading to health issues. Because of this, they say to limit those consumption of the fish to only about once a week.
The U.S. Navy successfully recovering the wreckage of a U.S. military stealth fighter jet that crashed into the South China Sea in January. The F-35 crashed into the ocean after failing to make a successful landing on the USS Carl Vinson, an aircraft carrier, while conducting routine flight operations. The wreckage was more than 12,000 feet deep when it was recovered.
The owners of Purdue Pharma will pay up to $6 billion for their role in the opioid epidemic. Under the settlement, the Sackler family is not protected from future liabilities. This agreement, which still needs approval from a federal bankruptcy judge, secures more than $1 billion more than the previous deal.
A startup that invented a device to keep McDonald's finicky ice cream machines from breaking is suing the fast food giant for nearly $1 billion. The device allows owners to remotely monitor and troubleshoot issues with the machines. Kitsch, the company, says McDonald's ordered its franchises to uninstall the small gadget and falsely claimed it could cause injury.
All right, here we go. As we start to look ahead, we are talking temperatures over the next 12 hours. They're going to be warming up into the 40s. You plan your day. Look for some of that cloud cover sticking around for us, too. 60 is coming our direction by Saturday, then a chance for snow as we move towards Monday.
You guys enjoy those 60s on Saturday.
Oh, I certainly will.
I will be gone. Zach and I are headed out on our honeymoon. We'll be overseas enjoying some 80s.
Honeymoon number 4 or 5?
Not sure.
17.
Keep them coming, Zachy. I appreciate it.
So you fly out later today. It's a, what, 13-hour flight?
Yes, yep.
So you guys are really excited about that. What types of things do you guys have on the agenda?
We're headed to Dubai and Egypt. We're going to, of course, we're very active folks, so we're going to do a little bit of four-wheeling in the desert. We're going to do, Zach has talked about ziplining down some buildings in Dubai. And then, of course, in Cairo, we're going to go check out the pyramids.
So Zach has been to the region before, right?
He has, yes, he has. He is on a mission to get to all 7 continents. And, of course, being the competitive girl that I am, now I want to. And he's already been to Africa. I have not. So this will be a first for me.
This is gonna be so much fun, yeah.
He studied abroad in Australia, so he's got that down. All he's missing right now, I believe, is Antarctica.
Wow.
Yeah, he's done quite a bit of traveling, so I'm catching up.
Well, hey, safe travels to you guys.
Thank
You'll be back in about a week and a half, right?
I will. Thank you, gentlemen, for making my last day for the next couple of weeks really nice. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We have had a lot of fun. We hope we put a smile on your face. You guys have a great weekend. Josh will be back here. Chris will be back here Monday. See you in a couple weeks.